What is your name and how long have you worked at Baylor?
Jennifer Weibel-McKee, and I've been here about 2 years now.
Okay. And what do you do at Baylor?
I am a staff nurse in the electrophysiology lab at the Heart Hospital.
Awesome. And why did you want to volunteer to be a Olympic contender?
One of the things I spend a lot of my time doing when I'm not here is working out and exercising, and it's amazing how much it's changed my life. It's improved it. So partly for that reason, because I love doing it, I enjoy it, and partly because I really love the support and trying to spread the joy, man, spread the joy.
Okay. So would you say that exercise is your main focus this year?
Definitely. It's definitely high on the list. There's a couple of things I've really been spending time doing, and it's way up there.
Okay. So with this year being the end of February now and till the end of this enrollment year in the fall, what's some main goals you have or would like to accomplish?
I want to get through a marathon. I'm signed up for the one in Minneapolis. Minneapolis is where I'm from, so that's why we chose that one. And I want to do it without unnecessary amounts of pain in my joints and my knees, and I don't want to be one of those marathoners who finishes it and goes never again. So I want to do it. I want to train for it the right way and enjoy my training as much as I want to enjoy the marathon.
So this would be the first one that you're aiming.
Be my very first one.
What's the longest distance you've ran prior or as of right now?
13 and a half. So
Okay.
I've done half marathons. Last weekend, Saturday, I ran an 11.
Nutrition-wise, you mentioned that trying to stay consistent, not trying to over-reward yourself. Any other main focuses you're trying to change with your nutrition overall or specifically race nutrition?
I really struggle with that because you do long, huge runs and you burn 1,500 calories and you're starving. And the last thing you want to do is look at a carrot or a piece of lettuce or whatever, but that's what your body needs. It's truly what it needs. So trying to fight your head, which is saying, hey, chocolate, and your body which is going, no, carrot, beet. That's a big deal, and that's hard. So you kind of have to plan ahead, and you kind of have to be aware of this. This is what's going to happen, and this is how I'm going to deal with it. So it all comes down to looking ahead and planning for it.
What's your biggest temptation, if you have one, in terms of maybe getting off track? What's keeping you, moving forward, trying to improve?
Part of it is time. I've got 2 little guys. I've got a 5 and a 6-year-old, and a husband who's also training for the same marathon. So trying to get up some mornings at 4:30 in the morning, and it is dark out, and it is cold, and all you want to do is sleep. And you have to be here at work at 7 a.m. I mean, trying to get yourself out of bed sometimes is the absolute hardest thing to do. But like I said before, if you miss that workout, what you're going to end up doing is, who's suffering in the end is you. And part of the planning is I have to get up and I have to do it in the morning so I can see my babies in the afternoon. It has to be done when it has to be done.
Okay.
And that's been a huge hurdle, is trying to find the time to fit it into the regular life. But it's doable. You just have to commit to it.
And with that being said, your husband is also a runner. Not only the question of how is he in terms of a support system, but has he helped you throughout this process at all?
Oh, he's been huge. He's been really, really huge. He's former Navy, former military, and so he's run for a lot longer. It was kind of when I was inspired to start running because of him, because all of a sudden he was dropping. When our babies were really young, he had stopped running and then picked it up again, and he was dropping all this weight, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to let my husband be skinnier than I am. It's just not happening. I'm not going to be the fat one in this family.
Right.
So he was the one who kind of inspired me to get started again, and as I've stuck with it and worked harder, he's always there for me. He's always giving me advice. He's always kind of got my back, and he's the one who says, okay, honey, it's 4:30, get out of bed, go do your run. And so the support system is, especially him, is totally invaluable.
Let's say we come back at the end of the year and you've reached your goal. You've ran a complete full marathon. Yes, it's going to be tough, but it's manageable. and you're really happy with your time, you've changed your stride, your nutrition is on track, what's that going to do for your life? What are you going to do moving forward?
That's one of the lovely things about running is there's always room for improvement. And so after I'm done with the marathon training, I'm probably going to try to get under 25 minutes on my 5K.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to keep it up because it keeps me stable. You know, a lot of runners that I've met, and there's a lot here at the heart hospital and the EP lab, a lot of people run up there, and they kind of have a nice little support system. And we've run the White Rock as a marathon, and they're always encouraging each other and always looking for new things. And as we've gotten some new employees in, and they've said to me, hey, I mean, I can run 2 miles on a treadmill, but I'm not really a runner. You're a runner. I mean, if you're running, you're a runner. I mean, you're not necessarily going to be out there beating the Kenyans.
Right.
But you're out there beating yourself that's sitting on the couch eating potato chips, watching Phineas and Ferb or whatever.
Okay.
So part of what I enjoy so much about this is that there truly is a running community, and it's so great to be able to push people and at the same time be pushed by them. Just being involved with the community and feeling like in some way I can give back to the community and give back to those people who have helped me, just because it keeps me so. Without running, I'm like this.
Okay.
You know, and with running, I'm a lot more zen.
If you were to walk out of this room today and somebody were, a complete stranger were to come up to you and say, I hate running, I want to get back in shape, I think running would be good for me, but I can't stand it mentally, I can't get myself motivated, what would you say to them? What piece of advice would you give to somebody like that?
You have to start little. You have to start so little, and you have to start by running and then walking. And I'm talking running for 30 seconds and walking for 60 and then running for 30. And just accept those tiny little baby steps. I mean, that's exactly where I started. I think that's where we all started at one point in our lives. So you have to be kind to yourself. And that's just being kind to yourself. And eventually the endurance will come. And at the same time, keep in the back of your head, yeah, right now I've got these limitations. But as I work and grow, there isn't going to be any limitations. Because at some point, what's limiting your progress is your own mental, hey, I'm not a runner. If you're running, you're a runner. So it's just to accept the small victories, accept the small steps.
At this point, is there anything else you want to capture? Say if you watch this video, a year from now, you want to get on camera now to try to see how you improve on that? Or do you feel you captured everything you wanted to?
Okay, a year from now, Jen, stop eating the cake. Feels good at the time. It's not going to do you any benefits, and go to yoga.